way Trinity came about, in 2008, there was a church here, Chehalis Valley, that was started by Mountain View some 39 years prior. They were going to close the doors. They just said we were done. There were 6 people left. Their pastor had left. The congregation had split. They were going to close the doors. So they met with the elders at Mountain View. At that time, I was attending Convergence in Portland. I was in my first year, and Mountain View, they didn't take the keys right away. They prayed about it. And then Pastor Bill and the elders, they thought it would be a great idea to take it, let us minister to the people who were left, which were, again, it was 6 people and our families at that time. And we start preaching here. But as we start preaching here, other people start coming in, and we realize that this is not just a place to preach. These were actually people of God that we were ministering to. So we became a congregation, we became a body. When we started here, there were trees and branches and everything throughout this whole area. We felt it necessary as a body of believers to come out and clean this up so that the community can look at this and see how we as believers are responsible for what God has given us. So we take care of this not only because God has given to us, but it is a message to others that we're willing to work with them. Then we start having Bible studies, and we started praying. We start going into the community. We start ministering to young single guys who have kids at the pregnancy center. We started ministering with these people, and we started slowly growing. We've seen over 120 people come in and out of these doors. But what we're left with is 45 people who are committed to the gospel of Christ. So we have committed as a group of 45 individuals to move forward in the gospel of the Lord. What's important about this room is, in the community, we have a ministry that we take towels and sheets to those who need them. Love Inc., they'll call us and they'll say, hey, we have a lady or a family who we just delivered a bed to. Can you take them sheets? So we have plenty of sheets, pillowcases, comforters. We'll take them to them and we'll share the gospel with them. And the unique thing about this ministry is it's for the people in this area. So we've been able to contact and be a part of a lot of people in this area, part of their lives. So it's really critical that we as believers function within the community and not just in the walls of this building. We still do things with Mount View. Pastor Bill and the elders, they're still concerned with what's going on out here. As a matter of fact, we're supposed to meet sometime this week. So our relationship is great. They made a commitment to Chehalis Valley to walk with the work out here. And yes, we took over, we became an independent church last year, but they're still walking with us. And I thank God for, Pastor Bill, the leadership there, and the ability just to, when we have problems, to go to them and talk. Over the last few years, I know you've heard that there's been a shortage of bees, So what I've done, and another guy in the church, we've actually started beehives. I have 6 beehives at my house, and then there's 8 over here. And they go around and they pollinate this whole community. And our hope is that we can get other people involved and that they can see what's going on in the community with our environment and get involved with this also. It's a beautiful picture of what God has done for us. When we as people come to know the truth of God, then we can produce. We're no longer consumers, we're producers. So we can go out and we can pollinate the world with His word. I'm praying that if people come in, that they'll be willing to step up and work and go into the community, to invite people into their homes and share the gospel, to live the way Christ lived. It's too easy to go to a church and close the doors on Sunday and see each other next week. But my challenge is that you pray that the people in this community, that the people who come to this church are willing to do the work of God, to do the will of God, and that's it. I can't, there's a lot of other things that I can pray for, but it goes back to this simple scripture. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?